Well, this was really short-lived, but it was Vlog a Day rebooted, 207.
Well, the books are here. They came despite the best efforts of the shipping company. And now, I suppose it's time to unbox them. But maybe not like this. Hold on. Oh, okay, this is the first time I have not actually seen a physical copy of my new book yet. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit nervous that, they came shrink wrapped in pairs. If this is the first time you've ever stumbled on a video of mine, I'm sorry. There's going to be a little bit of a jump here for you, but I wrote and published a new book. I have mixed feelings about this right now. There are two things happening here. One is like, how does it actually feel in the hand? Because I really liked how my last book felt, which is nothing special about it. It was just like a standard, like soft matte print. And two, what am I going to find inside? Because almost guaranteedly every time I get a copy of a new book that I have made, I immediately open it and find a typo, which is just like kind of like tradition, but not like great. Okay, I didn't see anything right off the bat. We'll see. I'm sure I'll find one. There's going to be more in here. You don't have to tell me when you find one. Don't worry. It's in print. It's too late. At least for this round. It's been an exhausting little stretch of time. I think this is good. I don't know how I feel. I really actually don't know how I feel right now. I think I'm excited. I'm not excited. I was actually really looking forward to this. And now that I'm sitting down looking at it, am I nervous? The interior actually looks pretty good. The contents, I did a very bizarre looking table of contents that I actually really like. I made some choices. Let's just put it that way. I think my hesitation comes from the fact that I made some choices for this book that I'm like 90% sure about, and a couple that I'm not. The interior looks great. Printers' names are in there. The ISBN is in there. Those are last minute things that get put in that are thankfully there. This looks a little off-centered, but the rest of it looks really good. The margins are really thin. I'm also curious what the US version ends up looking like, because there are two separate printers for this. And I had to reformat the European one to placate the European printers because it was slightly different in sizing. And so I'm kind of curious, like, how is it going to differ? I think that's where some of the concerns come from. But I think I like it. I really like the design choices that I made. There are a couple of other little ones that are going to drive like the purists crazy. Like I indented, the paragraphs are indented, but I left a little extra space between paragraphs as well, because visually I kind of like that. And I know that to most people it's like one or the other. And in my last book, it was very much just the indentation. But I like it. I like how it's spaced out. I feel like it's comfortable to read, especially because I decided to go with a sans serif font, which is also very, I don't know how atypical it really is, but generally you go with the serif font. And I didn't. So like making sure that it's a little bit extra legible with some other little tricks hopefully makes all the difference. But when I open it like this, I'm able to read it. The gutter is a little bit narrow, but not terribly. Oh, not to be overly critical of it or anything, but and then here you go. Here are your Patreon credits at the back. Like all my patrons for all time going back to 2015. So there you go. It's October 15 to present. So if you missed that boat, sorry, but maybe for the next book, if you jump in there. The full trim on the photos looks good. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for an unboxing, really. There's your cover, front cover. The spine, which I don't know if it'll focus on the spine when it's next to my face. And the back cover all looks good. Here's the next thing. I made an adjustment to Sea of the Unknown. So Sea of the Unknown is my first book, which I've never printed with this printer. I have my printer in America has the print files for that, and so they could just really easily print it as it was. But I didn't get to make a change to the US version that I got to make to this one. I really wanted to have the spines be their predominant or their accent colors. And so this one, I'll show you the original, because I think this looks really good. I think I'm actually really happy with this. But hold on. This is the original print run of Sea of the Unknown. You can see that it has a black spine, which looks fine. It looks very good. My sister designed this cover. She did the preliminary design work on this cover as well, which is very cool. But this one, has a blue spine, which I actually think is kind of cool. I really like that, and I was wanting to, long term, if I ever write a third memoir, I think that's going to be the kicker. Now, my energy is a little bit lower because a lot's been going on in my life. I did just come back from Singapore. I did spend an entire day out filming in Versailles. Oh, why did I open this? It was so pristine before I opened it. I had a little bit of bad news yesterday, which I made a video about, but I'm feeling mostly better about it. I think I'm just kind of emotionally spent. And this is also a very emotional experience, opening up books that you've never seen before, and then also a new printer that you haven't gotten experience. I think it feels fine. It's definitely a different feel to this, and I realized that maybe this is just a preference thing. I kind of like this smooth. This one feels like soft. This one just feels straight smooth. There's nothing against it, nothing to knock against it, but it is significantly thicker for some reason, because maybe the paperweight must just be a little bit different than the European one. So if you got the European one, it's going to be a little bit thicker than the American one. But because we can't ship to or from America these days, that's just the way it's going to be. If there's either an American one or a global one. So that is very cool. I'm actually going to go meet with Tamer and Lindsay right now to talk about the party that we're throwing on Thursday, the launch party for this book. If you're in Paris and you're coming to that party, we will have a set number of these that you can pick up. I think I'm just going to keep this one myself. I feel like I should give a copy to each of them, so I might take these with me. Happy to finally have it. And now that my books are here, it's time to make a special delivery. Now. Yo.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, we've got copies.
Amazing! Look at that. The real deal.
Got them.
Things you can touch. This looks great, man.
Oh, and Jane got the cover quote, huh?
I love
Inspiring.
it looks great. Oh, I like that smell. I miss.
Does it smell good? I didn't even smell it this morning.
Yeah.
You can keep reading them.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Shout out to the co-owner of Coheed.
Thank you. Yeah. How are you feeling about the event on Thursday?
Dude, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah?
Especially now, like after I've read the book and everything, and I have like the whole picture. I'm excited
Yep.
to see how it's all gonna come together. It's a big thing, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I appreciate the two of you doing this.
Dude, it's such an honor to do that. A book is not an easy thing, you know,
Yep.
especially the way that you wrote it. Like I really felt inspired by it.
Aw.
So to then be a part of it is like super special. It's
Can't
great.
wait. Oh, it's gonna be good. I hope you're coming on Thursday. We did get through. I think everything's pretty well sorted for the event on Thursday. Now we just I did just sit on gum, unfortunately. So I've got a patch of white on my shorts. It makes it look like I
And
sat
I
in
spilled
bird
a
poop.
beer on Cooper.
You did.
Oh.
Poor Cooper. I should have filmed bathing him. That was my bad.
Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah, I graduated in 89. Yeah, but it is because it's like that.
Cheers, boys. Thanks to Kelly, Meredith, and all my patrons for being with me for this entire ride. I hope you get your books if you got them soon. And I hope those of you that are in town can make it to the party on Thursday. And don't worry, by then, my spirits will be back up at 100%. Friends are helping a lot with that. See you then.